I've sort of changed my mind on Jalen Guyton. I really thought that they could have brought in, well, Johnson or Palmer or somebody else to replace him as wide receiver 3. I'm going to be the guy that just says I think he is a deserving, rightful wide receiver 3 at this time. And I didn't think I would say that, but I don't. At the early in training camp, I think the first day he had a drop or two, and it's like, here we go again. But I really think he's just established himself as a pretty solid option. And maybe I'm, I don't know if biased is the right word, but having watched the scrimmage live, that is in my head. I can't get that out of my head. Just how effective he was, how explosive he
Right.
was on 3rd and short. He was a go-to target. On deep passes, he was a go-to target. Intermediate, he was a go-to target. And I just didn't expect that from him. He's come a lot further. Again, like we talk about development, and everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people on social media, when I talk about Guyton, say, oh, well, he's the guy that dropped a lot of balls last year. He's the guy who can't run routes. All he does is run straight. But I really think the guy has evolved. So I've gone from basically thinking that 2 or 3 guys could replace him to I'm going to be potentially being the guy who champions him as wide receiver 3. And I don't mean that he can never be replaced or, upseated by, Josh Palmer at some point. But for right now, I do think he is their best option. So good for him. He really changed my mind over the course of the offseason because he's really stepped up. And I did not expect that from him because I really thought he was just going to be the same, body catcher, straight line guy that he really was projected to be. But he's taken a nice step forward. And obviously, because Tyron Johnson is no longer on the roster.
Yeah, to the Chargers, to the point of the deep receiver room, like I think we did see that in training camp, right? Like Mike Williams is down, and you see Jason Moore kind of being out there and taking that step forward. And of course, Josh Palmer's development has been a huge help to that as well as Jalen Guyton's. And I do agree, like, I was definitely championing Tyron Johnson as to be that guy, and obviously I still wish he made the roster, but this team really likes Jalen Guyton, and he has earned a role. And he had, like Tyler said, he really has improved. So, I'm a little cautiously optimistic still because I am still worried about the drops. Reading the head there, and having some negative impacts in games. But Jalen Guyton does definitely deserve some praise for how he has improved.